right. Hey. Welcome to Sunday Sudden Victory. Let me go ahead and make sure we can hear Roy. Go ahead, Roy. Oh, no good. No, you're not there. Right. Properties. Zoom. All right. Give me a sound check.
Check.
Oh,
Here I am
beautiful.
talking. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're good.
We got all this tech turned around in like 45 seconds.
Yeah. I'm going to turn off my double monitor. Because hearing myself twice is twice is nice in some ways, but also a little annoying over a
Yeah.
long duration of time. All right, everybody, welcome to Sunday's Sudden Victory. This is the end of the regular season. What a great weekend. We just wrapped up a Super Showcase on ESPN and got lots of pins, lots of action. I think ESPN's going to be happy with the product, and hopefully that allows for more broadcasts next year related to NCAA wrestling. But I got to feel like people have to be pretty excited about that. We are monitoring the chat and YouTube. Let me give a little welcome. Let me test my chat here. Oh yeah, look at that. Working like a dream.
Nice.
For season one, we're finally getting this tech all figured out. So
yeah.
Nice to see. All right. Excellent. All right, Roy, you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Lots of fun wrestling. So, all right. So 57 kilograms, we'll start with Roy's recap. And then at 65, we'll go to my recap. 74 kilograms, we got the Michigan news. This was the Battle Royale of Michigan this weekend to determine the Intercontinental Michigan State D1 regular season champion. And we got Rumblers and Tumblers, everybody's favorite segment, clips and picks. And then finally, do we have a pellet court? I don't know if we do or don't, but we'll
No, there's no pellet court.
All right, we'll get there when we get there. There could be, right? All right, Roy, give us the recap.
All right. Well, Stanford finished strong versus UNC. They won, I think, 28-6. Looked really good. Penn beat Ryder on senior night. There's some OPRF news.
Oh, yeah?
Jamil Castleberry was a state champ.
Nice.
IHSA state tournament was this weekend. OPRF had 4 total all state. I almost said all Americans.
Right.
They had 4 all state wrestlers in Renteria's inaugural year. So great. And they qualified for the team tournament. So that's coming up next. Army beat Navy SIUE over NIU. So rivalry weekend. And what just finished up, Oklahoma State beat Iowa 32-11.
Yeah. Intense. All right. Right on. So my recap, I attended the CMU versus MSU duel. I was, I think it was at Lansing, so it was at Michigan State. I think there were more CMU fans in attendance than there were at Lansing, which was kind of interesting. It was fun duels, lots of action, especially in the first few matches, lots of points getting thrown up. CMU did end up winning the duel, so anytime a MAC team comes into a Big Ten school and claims a victory, that's impressive. Though it would, Michigan State is certainly not the top tier of the Big Ten. I thought we're getting teams are rounding into form or not, I guess I would say. I thought that ASU had some big upsets against Lehigh and things like that. ASU's starting to look good as a team. Nebraska's looking good. They, everybody's sort of favorite, Utah Valley, but they put it on them pretty good. So they're looking good. Lehigh, not so much. Lehigh, had a couple top 10, top 5 guys take losses in that last duel, which is, and then Stanish didn't wrestle. So every team is, there's still a couple weeks to heal up. So who knows where we're at, but it's definitely, I believe in trends, not completely, but I definitely believe that if somebody hasn't shown much all year, they probably aren't going to show much in the tournament, kind of thing. And I feel like Nebraska took a little bit of a thumping at national duels and it's looked really good since. So thought I'd mention that. Cornell NC State was a lot of fun. We had the Koi Joy battle, which was a lot of fun. And that Ruiz comeback was just sort of it was fun to watch. You know, he didn't got taken down twice in the first period, and just like I'm just gonna keep grinding like I do, and I'm gonna win. So, yeah, pretty fun duel. Maya Shapiro looks like pretty good. Probably your number one seed going in the tournament. And a lot of people are gonna be probably pretty angry about that, but I kind of
Yeah.
feel like that's where it's gonna end up. So that was my recap for the weekend. Glad I went to Lansing. It was fun. And all right. Michigan recap. So CMU was victorious over Sparty, beat Michigan State. Michigan won over CMU. Actually made this slide before the duel happened, but it did turn out to go that way.
Not that way. Okay.
Yeah. So it did happen. So GVSU qualified 8 for nationals with a few champions and a runner up. So they were runner up in the regional. I don't know who won, but they were runner up.
And the Grand Valley women got a shout out on ESPN too.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. Yeah. They're quality team. And then GVSU men's regional is next week. So don't expect the same level of accomplishment, but good luck to the both teams heading out. All right. Rumblers and Tumblers. Roy, what do we got?
All right, a rumbler. A rumbler is somebody who is shaking up the landscape of all the rankings. So they're moving up, whether they're going into the All-American conversation or the finalist conversation. And a tumbler is somebody who has slipping and fallen down the rankings landscape, kind of the opposite of a rumbler.
All right. Perfect. All right, Roy.
Each week we pick rumblers and tumblers. And now that the season is, closing, we're doing our accountability check-in. We actually do it every week, but there's a lot of names now.
Yeah, so I think that next week we have to do, since we won't have matches per se, we should do a wrestler by wrestler sort of accountability check-in and keep them on the list, remove them from the list. Well, we can be quick.
Okay, I see. We can pare down the list because I don't know if we're going to go through.
Yeah.
60 names or whatever.
But there are people to talk about. But go ahead. This is our accountability rumbler check-in. Again, anytime we name someone, either as a rumbler or tumbler, we commit to tracking them throughout the season. Yellow on this list means we haven't seen them in a while, and so don't really know if they're going to medical redshirt or their season is over, or if they're just like people like Cannon and Stanish. I think can't medical redshirt. I think they wrestled in the second semester, but we haven't seen them in a while, and probably we don't really know what to think at this particular point. In red would be the ones that I highlighted to talk about, and in white this week be the ones that Roy highlighted to talk about. So Roy, why don't you go ahead and go first?
All right. Aiden Sinclair just continues to win. He's on Missouri, and Missouri has not been as like nationally relevant as a team. So I think he's like not getting the due, but he tech falled his opponent. And one thing I look for is if you're like teching and pinning lower ranked guys, and Aiden Sinclair is looking really, really good. D Lockett just lost his match against Iowa to Caliendo. He's been playing that game. Kind of reminds me of like Jason Surtis back in the day, like just trying to win by one or one takedown or whatever. And it kind of bit him today. Even in the third period when he needed points, just didn't seem like he was having a lot of urgency or just didn't have a game plan for how to come back. So look for him to adjust, though. He's a freshman, and I think sometimes freshmen take a loss like that with like tactics and managing the clock and all that stuff. But he did take his first loss today, so he's off the undefeated list. Ryder Block got a tech fall, not against he was supposed to wrestle Swiderski, right?
Yep.
But he didn't. He wrestled the backup and got the tech fall, and that's a good look. That's a good thing.
Right.
When you're teching backups.
Swiderski's stucking.
Yeah. Swiderski, he's always interesting. So we'll see. We were discussing where is he going to place in the Big Tens. If you look at rankings right now of Big Ten wrestlers, he would be 5th. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what he does at Big Tens. Jack's Forest. Ooh, what a
Yeah.
match. So if you didn't hear already, Jack's Forest tech fall Drake Ayala. And man, it looked competitive for like the first 20 seconds. I was like, this is going to be a good match. Drake Ayala almost got the first takedown,
Right.
actually.
Nice slide by.
Yeah. And then everything after that was just all Jack's Forest and got a nice cradle, almost pinned him, got back points, and just completely controlled the match after that. Super impressive and notable that because he wrestled tonight, his red shirt is gone. So he's definitely like competing this season.
All right.
No more debate about that. Gabe, Gabe Arnold had another overtime thriller.
Thriller.
Yeah, lost on a stalling call in overtime. Which, if you had told me that and I hadn't watched the match, I'd say, well, that sounds right. But actually, he was the one that took all the shots in that match. So
Yeah.
it was those situations with the edge where they finally called it by the book. In my opinion, like that was the call they had to make. But a lot of people online are upset about that. There's another thing they're upset about. There was a reviewed
Yeah, that was
non-take.
3.
Yeah, that was upheld, and a lot of people are saying it's 3, and so that the whole reaction time controversy seems like it will continue to be even more of a controversy. Hopefully, they get some kind of clarity before NCAA's, so we don't see that happen in a
I mean,
big.
he's on all fours with a guy behind him.
Yeah,
That's 3 points. Like I don't know,
and,
how is that not 3 points? I mean, I am completely confused by that. I thought that Gabe Arnold got completely home cooking screwed, and if Zack Ryder thinks they're going to call it like that in Cleveland, he's going to be out of the tournament pretty quickly because like he did nothing and won by stalling, and like that's I mean, you'll get that when you got 15,000, 16,000 people and the fans behind you and the ref like is, I mean, it was so weird because there was like no stalling call in the beginning of that duel, and then like have a match end on stalling, and that shot he took to stall him out, he was like 2 feet out of bounds when he took it. I mean, it wasn't even like, it was like, I don't know, unexplicable to me, but like I tend to be confused by it just like everyone else. Like, so at Michigan State we had the ref who was working with Angel when they didn't. Do you remember like a couple years ago when Braden Davis got taken down by Kilcurry, and like he rolled in another position, he was taken down, then he continued out, and they didn't call it a takedown. It was Ohio State versus Penn State. I don't know if you remember that, but like that was the ref in Michigan State, and like his stalling calls were like all over the board. It was just like, yeah, like you say, I mean, they need some direction on that. So yeah, I highlighted the Koi Joy because I thought that was pretty fun. I mean, it was certainly like really different styles, right? I mean, I think Biskins likes to wrestle pretty conservative and have that tight match and get that one, perfect shot. And like Joy, like is going to come at you and come at you, come at you. And so they ended up going into overtime based on like that. Biskins got the takedown the first period. And then Joy took this like crazy, horrible shot in overtime from like, I mean, he was so far out. It was like so wild that like, and like you say, like with D Lockett, these freshman mistakes and things like that, right? Where like, I feel like, there's something to be learned there to go back and watch some film. So certainly, I think I would have taken Joy before that match happened, and I think I would take Joy in the rematch. But certainly there's a truth to the fact that Koi Biskins can win that match multiple times, right?
Oh yeah. I saw live Koi Biskins take apart Aiden Valencia.
Yeah.
And he's the real deal.
He is the real deal. They both are, for sure.
They both are. And that duel was decided by like 2 points or something, right? So that decided the duel.
Yeah, and it was decided like because they refused to stall out a guy and disqualify him. At the end, just kept running backwards, and like, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. But I'll concur that Sinclair continues to look dominant and great. And don't know that he's the pick, but he's certainly somebody who could win that title. D Lockett, just like Jackson Joy, hopefully he learns a little bit from the experience. And yeah, I was a little disappointed. I mean, I really thought that D-Lock, it was magic. It was like he always had like a,
Right.
a bunny in his hat. He always had a trick up his sleeve kind of thing. And like it was like, he gave up that first takedown. That's what you know that's what
Right.
he had to do to win. And like this is D-Lock. This is still D-Lock. It's a match. He's just got to get that one takedown. And like he never really even tried. And like.
Yeah, that was the weird thing about the whole
Mhm.
match.
Yeah, no pressure. He's like counter wrestling when the other guy doesn't have to. Or it's
Yeah.
like that's not great. And I thought Block looked great. I say he's top 4 Big Tens. Lock it. It's gonna happen.
Oh,
We shall see. All right. What about our tumblers? How'd they do? Go ahead, Roy.
oof. Okay. Troy Spratley avenged a loss to Dean Peterson, and I think that loss is what put him on the Tumblr list in the first place.
Right?
So he's rounding into form at just the right time. Drake Ayala, 2-time finalist. I don't know what his record is. It's like 8-8 or something, and he just got tech today.
Yeah.
I saw online that he's never been teched in college before. His only bonus point losses, I think, were to Spencer Lee and Lucas Bird pinned him once.
Mm-hmm.
So, ouch. Because, like I said, after the first 30 seconds, that was not a close match.
Yeah.
Ben Keeter, yeah, but you want to add anything to Drake?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a really, really tough competitive weight class, right? So it would be like really easy to see Drake Allen not AAing, but I also think that like he's probably still an AA candidate, but
Well, with his record and the 133 pounders in Big Tens,
yeah,
he might end up being like a 16 seed
mm-hmm. Gonna make it tough for
for,
sure.
for a first round draw, like the finalist.
Yeah, it's true. Could happen.
Okay. Ben Keeter did not wrestle. I was looking forward to Keeter versus Doucette. I guess we'll hear later. I mean, the duel literally just ended, so even the announcers didn't know he wasn't going to wrestle. It seemed like. So keep an eye on that. Cornell falls to NC State. I don't know. We put them on the tumblers. We'll see if they put it together. They seem to always put it together for the NCAA tournament. They used to always put it together for EIWAs too. And it's sort of interesting. Is the Ivies going to just Ivies? Not. I'd be curious if that hurts their NCAA performance because they don't have to do great, at the conference tournament.
Yeah, I mean, like,
But,
right, it's all different with allocations and everything. It's certainly like it will mix things up a little bit, but
yeah, well, the old EIWA, it had the Ivies plus Lehigh and Army, Navy, Ryder. No, Ryder wasn't there. Sorry. But they were, it was a tough tournament.
yeah.
And I think the Ivies by themselves, like basically the allocations are going to be like go to the guys that earned it. There's not going to be much else that
Yeah.
happens there.
I mean, Cornell's literally has like what 3 potential champions though, right? I mean, like they have Shapiro, Ruiz, and Joy,
Yeah.
and like that's 70 points if like they have a great tournament without anybody else. So
Yeah.
I mean, they certainly have they have a
That's how they do
really
it.
their ceiling versus floor is probably greater than any other team. I think, because it's all contingent on so few guys that like, I mean, I think that like, they, right. Like they're a sneaky, like, well, I don't know about trophy team. There's some pretty like up and down good teams this year, but like they could score a lot of points at the tournament and they could also score not very many for sure. Yeah. So, I highlight AJ's rounding into form, scoring points like crazy, like still doing the splits. So that's still happening. And then I don't know if Mirasolas, I think I just accidentally left them in red. It's like, I don't really feel like Penn State. What did they do? They beat up Princeton this weekend. So
Another blank. 50-0. That's an average of a, by the way.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, good team for sure. I mean, the measurement though, of like, I feel like for them to like exceed expectations, the national tournament, like they're looking at like 7 champs or something.
I thought I heard 8 online.
Yeah, right. So I can't imagine it's, well, we'll see. All right. So, Roy, any rumblers this week?
I'm gonna push on my Rumblers. We've had a lot of. I had some names and I was like, they're already on the Rumbler list.
Yeah, right. It's tricky.
So
All
I'm
right.
having fun just checking in with our Rumblers and Tumblers.
Yeah, that's fair. I had a rumbler. So David Zuba, the heavyweight for ASU, who's like always like kind of there, you know, but he ended up scored a victory against the number 3 heavyweight from Lehigh this weekend. So like I think that like puts you in like the All-American discussion.
Yeah.
Like if you beat the number 3 heavyweight and you're already kind of a guy, then like you might be peaking at the right time, and you know, is that Lehigh like unpeaking or is it like ASU peaking? I don't know yet, but I thought that was worthy of like rumble recognition that like, yeah, he's in the All-American discussion. I mean, heavyweight stuff, there's a lot of good wrestlers there, but he's at least dropped his name out there saying I'm here to compete for a podium spot. Stephen Little from Little Rock took a loss this weekend. Not a good loss, I would say. So put him on the Tumblers list. I mean, he's been injured a lot, hasn't wrestled a whole lot, and things like that. And then you're late in the season and you're taking losses that people don't expect you to take. I think that like that questions whether your ranking is there because of past accomplishments or really what you've done this year. So I just decided to put Stephen Little on the Tumblr list, and I don't have a lot of confidence in Stephen Little All-Americaning. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be right, but certainly I put it out there. And then you're pushing too.
Yeah.
Nobody. Is Ben Keeter already on our Tumblr list?
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't just like not think about it. I came up with some names and I looked at the list and I'm like, oh, he's already on the list.
Right.
He's already on the list and he's already on the list. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely. All right. Awesome. Well, that's Rumblers and Tumblers. Now we got our weekend top clicks and picks. So let me see here. I'm going to try and incorporate some sound action here. Do my best here. So the first one here is Antrell rounding into form.
Squares up, body lock here. Into a roll. We're still all right. There's that
Nice.
3-point
Were they
takedown.
wrestling there?
Has very good motion. Oh,
It's Utah Valley.
Another body lock, steps inside and trips him down. But I like that Fritz. Oh, we don't want to get thrown here. He's got to keep his arm down, swim out. He's got to swim over the top there. Taylor just tight. Throws him straight to his back. Stepping over. The bad position for Fritz. He's got to bridge and keep his shoulders off the mat here. He's fighting still, and he's going to come up back behind. 3 takedowns and a near fall.
Pretty slick shuck. His time expired.
I appreciate the Fritz. He's still, doing what he can.
The announcer appreciates him.
Out there. 5-point victory for the Cornhuskers side, but then squares up.
So,
lock here.
Sorry, I talked over it. I can't hear the audio on my end. Is the audio like
right, there's that
streaming?
3-point takedown. He
Right
has very good motion.
What's that?
Oh, no.
I don't know if the audio from the clips are streaming.
It's streaming fine. I don't know why you can't hear. Oh, you may not be here. I'm not sharing I'm not sharing audio through Zoom, but they are. It is streaming.
It's streaming?
Yeah. Going back and testing me.
No. Just I mean, I just turned up the volume on my phone and didn't hear anything. But okay.
Okay. Jack's Forest pin.
Oh yeah. So as we mentioned, Jack's Forest here, pause it.
Nope.
So Jax Forrest wrestled Drake Ayala, and he locked up a real nasty cradle. This was actually Drake Ayala's shot. And it looked like he might get the takedown, but Jax Forrest turns it around into a cradle, and I thought he was pinned. He went on and teched him anyway, so I guess not a big deal, but you can see for yourself.
All right. Yeah, I thought he was pinned too. He wasn't Braden Davis pinned, but he was pinned.
Right there. I would have called it right there. Well,
yeah. I mean,
it's even better to get the tech, I think, especially as good as Drake Ayala is.
I feel like it was a rough night for that ref. I thought, yeah. I mean,
oh, by the way, we should say that post was from Gift Tannen.
Oh,
he's been posting a lot of great stuff in the last 2 weeks. I don't know if he just started on X on the last 2 weeks, or I just found him 2 weeks ago.
All right. So we got AJ trusting his offense here. This is from Nebraska Wrestling.
Oh, huge snap. Oh, my gosh. Huge snap.
Ferrari runs through there.
Just running through that guy.
So now
Yeah. I think he needed something like this.
Oh, huge snap.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Huge snap.
Well, it looks like AJ's rounding into form, getting ready for the run. I didn't capture he did hit an epic splits as well, but
Nebraska Wrestling didn't share that on X.
somebody did, though. It was out there. What do we got
I'm
here?
Sure it was out there. I'm sure it was out there. This is just so you can see what we were talking about. Aiden Sinclair picking up the tech versus Iowa State.
Exception of that one match with the Hawkeye. Three more.
It was kind of interesting.
His own shots for sure.
Check marks every box. Stall on
So who's he?
Helgeson?
Helgeson.
Gets his third take. Like Helgeson, 3 state championships. Change of direction.
And we're going to get your areas of concentration. And then we're going to raise your heart rate. And that'll be it.
Wow.
His 11th tech fall of the
You
year.
know, it kind of makes me think of like last year when I watched Max McAnally.
Yeah.
He like moved and just like seemed like he was just trying to beat people up, you know.
Continual pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. And he seems very cautious this year. And so Sinclair kind of reminds me of McAnally last year, at least in just the vibe of like how he's going after people.
Mm-hmm. You tell me if this is near fall or not, if you saw this. This is from Trelly Zone.
Oh, and a jump to that.
Let me go back. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, and a jump to that. Oh, this is not good for Hayden.
I'd say 2 or 3.
He's done this. I've seen this.
No near fall on that.
No near fall.
Oh,
No.
What?
Jump to that. Oh, this is not good for Hayden. Hardy knew what he was doing. He's
The weird thing is he
I've seen
counts
this.
1 and then he stops
Right.
as if like, oh, he's not
Jump to
exposed
that.
anymore. He's flat
Oh, this is not good for
the whole time.
No.
He counts 1 twice. Like that's the part I don't get. If you were just too slow and you counted 1 once, then
Yeah.
okay, the ref was too slow. But how do you count 1 twice on that? It's
Yeah.
like impossible.
That has to be like too near fall. I mean, I guess there needs to be like a big ref convention. Like, it's just like there's a lot of things. I mean, I don't blame the refs. Like, I don't think so. I mean, like, did you hear that like conspiracy theory that there's like that there's 2 factions of warring refs? Did you hear that this week?
No, I have not heard.
So there's 2 factions of warring refs, and one that believes that like control has to be established without a doubt, and this other one that wants to go to like the other extreme of like no reaction time. And they're just like, it's just kind of funny because like it's like two secret societies of referees.
Yeah.
Like what are we talking about here? But like it was like raised by like, I think it was raised by Piles and then also by like Willie, you know, that they both raised this narrative that what's going on here is that there are 2 It's like the like on Mount Olympus and the gods are fighting over what a takedown is. And I'm just like, you know, I just think that there's just a little like lack of clarity about it, and it's not that deep or sinister, or there are no secret societies involved. It just, you know, we just have to sort of figure things out. And then I put Sean Strickland on here, and again, obviously, this is a wrestling podcast. Sean Strickland is an MMA fighter. It has some controversy, but he wants their offense, right? I mean, I feel like there's just a lot of wrestlers that trust their defense. They trust their counter offense. But I wish there were just more wrestlers that just like trusted their offense and just went in there and like, you know, walk people down and like impose their will. There's just not that many guys. I mean, obviously Mitchell Messenbrick. I mean, there's a handful of guys that are out there that just impose their will, but there's a lot more guys that could do that. And like, that's what I've always admired about Strickland's fighting style, is he's just gonna keep walking forward, keep putting that jab on your nose, and like, you know.
Well, that's actually connected to the whole ref discussion, because if they awarded takedowns faster, that would encourage people to shoot more. Like right now, you can roll. There's like a whole sequence of like 6 positions you got to move through before like a typical takedown is finished these days.
Right.
And if they drew a line somewhere and said that's a takedown, and it's reviewable, like there's no reaction time. So I gotta like find out where these no reaction time refs are, like what corner of the internet they're hiding on.
Right.
Like, I'm with you guys, man.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, that Arnold takedown was a takedown. That has to be a takedown. I mean, like,
it was such a takedown.
If you're gonna review that and not call that a takedown, then like something's wrong. I mean, right. I mean, even in real time, to not call that a takedown, something's wrong. But to go back to review and not call that a takedown, then there's an issue that needs to be analyzed without a doubt. So,
well, and then it's kind of nice in freestyle. They'll have like some French guy say, "The wrestler did have control for like a split second, and so it is."
Yeah, right.
Know. And they just said, "No, we're not reversing the call."
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, because right, if they really had to narrate it, right?
Yeah.
Green takes him down. He has back control. No takedown. What did I say?
Right.
There's no like narrative that like that's not a takedown, except that like they didn't call it a takedown in real time. But anyway, I thought, you know, other than that, great showcase for wrestling, ESPN, pins, excitement, celebrity. So very cool. Let's not be too negative. All right. Yeah, so next weekend, since there's no wrestling, I think we're going to go through our accountability Rumbler and Tumbler list and kind of pare it down and, you know, allow people to.
The top Rumblers and the top Tumblers.
Right, yes. Like, we'll have some redemption. Some people got put on those lists and sort of for a single effort that they recovered from fairly quickly. So, but yeah, awesome. I got a crazy week. So Tuesday, I'm heading back down to Illinois. Friday is my big migration day, so should be a show, but we'll be back at we'll be back in Tinley Park, live from Tinley Park. But yeah, should be good. I think we'll do a big raft preview Wednesday, right? So that'll be the big thing, and then the week after that, we'll do all our conference previews and everything like that. So like and subscribe. Thanks for everybody jumping in, and we'll see everybody on Wednesday. Roy, got anything else, or are you gonna go ahead and take us out?
Just I got jury duty for the very first time tomorrow, so I'll let you know how that goes.
That ought to be fun.
Yeah,
I'm back with good stories.
Right. Yeah, that's it though. So thanks for watching. We love you all. Like and subscribe, and don't forget, toe the line in everything you do.
What are out?